viewers. My name is Rocio Roman Oquendo. I am a claims specialist at the Chicago North Social Security Office. And today with me in the studio is Josephine Mueller. And our phone technicians for today's show is Myra Salazar. Good afternoon, Josephine.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Good, good.
Good. Very happy to be here with all the viewers today and yourself. So we have lots to talk about Social Security.
Could you please introduce yourself to
My name
viewers?
is Josephine Mueller, and I am a claims representative in the Chicagoland area.
And today we are, as usual, this is a program a call-in program where you can call us with any question in regards to Social Security business, Social Security Administration business. It may be disability, retirement, supplemental security income. The phone number in the studio is area 312-738-1060. One more time. Our phone numbers here in the studio is 312-738-1060, and our lines are open. So if you have any question, any concern, you can call us, and we will greatly answer your question as much as possible. So today we are going to cover basically just information about retirement. We are going to talk a little bit how the retirement benefits are calculated, and also about Medicare, entitlement into Medicare, and a little bit about supplemental security income. So we want also to take this opportunity to remind you that lately with the internet, you can have easily access to all our information in our website. The website is www.socialsecurity.gov. You can see right now in your screen our website. This is Social Security. In here you can find easily information about our online services, about disability, retirement, also the extra help with Medicare prescription drug plan program. You can also check out the top babies' names for 2016. And there is not only that, there is a lot of more information like about your Social Security number, the retirement estimators. You can also register online to open a My SSA account, which with that you can easily, if you are not receiving benefits, you can estimate your benefits. If you are already receiving benefits, you can do changes of addresses, changes in direct deposit, you can do changes in phone number. And remember that our online service are open 24/7. So let's start now with our topics. Josephine, so can you tell me a little bit how the retirement benefits are calculated?
Absolutely. The retirement benefits are calculated by using an individual's highest 35 years of their work earnings. So we use the highest 35 years of an individual's work earnings to calculate your monthly Social Security benefit. And our website is a great tool to use the calculators and estimators, so that way you can go ahead and calculate your benefit online at www.socialsecurity.gov, and you can create a My Social Security account, and with this account you can access your earnings record, and you can see your earnings record, and you can verify your highest 35 years of your work earnings.
And right now, as you can see in your screen, this is the website. It's still the same, www.ssa.gov/retire/estimator. And here there is a lot of very useful information and a more detail of how the retirement estimator works, who can use the retirement estimator, related information. Here you can sign in or create an account. So there is a lot of information that you can use. Here is where you can estimate your retirement benefit, and you can try different scenarios with different date where you can easily start calculating benefits. So a basic question: how early a person can file for retirement benefits?
So that's a question that we get a lot in the field office. Right now, early retirement age for individuals is age 62. That is early retirement age, and full retirement age is age 66. And if an individual chooses early retirement age, you have to keep in mind that if you choose benefits early, you're subject to an earnings limit, which means that there's a limit on how much you can work and earn, and also, collect the Social Security benefits. So the limit this year in 2017 for individuals retiring early is $16,920. Once you turn 66 at that point, you can earn whatever you'd like without your benefit being reduced due to work earnings, because that's full retirement age.
Thank you. And also, just keep in mind that it's very important to make the decision and to organize our business in regards to the day that we would like to start our benefits, because if we choose early retirement, will be permanently reduced. And also, sometimes several occasions we have seen in the local offices that the person may come in because of they need an income, they file for retirement, early retirement, and then a couple of months after they all of a sudden find the job that they were looking for, and at some point in most cases they don't need the retirement benefit at all. So in a case like that, just for information, you have up to 1 year if you choose to withdraw your application for retirement. That's something also that is available, but that can be done only once, and you have only 1 year to contact us again if you choose to withdraw your retirement
Correct.
application.
And you also have to repay the benefits that you received that whole year.
At once. So let's continue. I want to remind our viewers that our phone lines are open. The phone number here in the studio is area 312-738-1060. One more time, the phone number here is area 312-738-1060. The phone number is in the bottom of your screen. So let's continue.
A lot of times I get individuals that ask when they come in for early retirement, asking if they can elect Medicare at age 62. So a lot of questions in regards to Medicare when an individual is choosing early retirement. And it is important to keep in mind that Medicare, you become eligible for Medicare at age 65.
And also, if you are one of the person that choose to start receiving the benefits prior to age 65, you don't need to apply for Medicare. You will be enrolled on Medicare automatically. We will send you the letter letting you know about the Medicare a couple of months before you turn 65, and also you're going to receive the Medicare card in the mail, and you don't need to do nothing. Automatically you will be enrolled in Medicare. And now if you have no filed for benefits before age 65, then in those cases you should contact Social Security. You can file online, you can come into the offices, you can schedule an appointment, you can have an appointment over the phone, and we will take your application for Medicare. And that you can do it as early as 3 months before turning 65 years old. So
a lot of times people ask me though, what does Medicare Part A and Part B cover? So Medicare Part A covers 80% of emergency hospital visits, and Medicare Part B covers 80% of regular doctor's visits. And if you do have 40 quarters of coverage, you are eligible to receive Medicare Part A for free. And if you elect Medicare Part B also at age 65, right now the premium for Medicare Part B is $134 a month. And if you're already receiving Social Security retirement benefits and you elect to receive Medicare at age 65, your monthly premium will automatically be deducted from your monthly Social Security retirement benefit. However, if you're not receiving monthly retirement benefits and you just elect to receive the Medicare Part A and Part B, the premium will be billed to you quarterly. So you'll have to pay that premium quarterly, every 3 months.
Mm-hmm. Another questions, sometimes our claimants get a little confused in between what is Social Security disability and Supplemental Security disability. Could you please explain our viewers just a little bit the basic difference between both programs?
Okay, so Social Security disability is a benefit that's based off of your earnings record, based on what an individual has paid into Social Security. Supplemental Security Income, SSI, is a needs-based program for individuals with limited income and resources. So an individual who may not have paid may not have paid into FICA taxes or worked as much may be eligible for SSI if they're individuals with limited income and resources.
Mm-hmm. Also, another occasion, a person may come into the office and they still don't know exactly what type of benefit they're receiving. One of the characteristic of those benefits is that a person who's receiving supplemental security income, it may be disability or it may be as an age individual. Usually, in most cases, they will receive their check on the first of the month. Now, a person who's receiving under Social Security benefit, which may be retirement, disability, survivors, auxiliaries benefit, they will be receiving the benefit in a different date. Sometimes maybe the third of the month, or it may be every other, any Wednesday in the month. And that is one of the difference. If you are a little bit confused, if you're not sure what type of benefit are you receiving, just look at the calendar and what days you usually receive your benefits. In regards to the SSI also, we want to remind you that SSI is a program that is based, we have to consider income and resources to the person. Now, income, as you must know, income is any, it may be, the source of income may be wages, and maybe some help from family or friends. It may be some other type of benefit like unemployment, or maybe some sick compensation. So there are so many type of income. Now, in regards to resources, usually for an individual, if the person has no more than $2,000 in resources, basically the person may be filing for SSI. If a person has over $2,000 in resources, they will not qualify for the SSI. And if is the case where is a couple, then as a couple, the couple cannot have more than $3,000 in resources. Now, Josephine, could you please clarify what do we consider resources for SSI, for Supplemental Security Income? What a resource is?
Resources can be it can be any type of, it could be wages. Resources can be wages, your wages or a spouse's wages. Resources can be any type of savings that you have, any type of 401ks, anywhere that you can, you can have some sort of substantial earnings some way where, you would go over that threshold, over those limits.
Thank you so much. Now, just remember that if you want to file for Supplemental Security Income and you have a house where you live We are not going to consider that house as resources. We are not going to consider the land where your house is as a resources. If you have just one vehicle that you are using for transportation, we are not going to count that vehicle. But if you have two or more, then yes, we will count the other vehicles. What else? Usually the regular household items will not be considered like a resources, but if you have some type of items for collectors items or memorabilia or even some antiques, those may be considered resources because are objects that easily can be converted to cash and you can live out of that. What else?
Life insurance.
Oh, yeah, life insurance also depending on the value. In most cases, a life insurance may be considered also a resource. But if you have any questions, one more time, all this information and more with more detail is available in the internet under www.socialsecurity.gov. I'm going to give you another example of what you can do online. This is the list of the services that we provide online. There is you can request a replacement social security card. You can apply for social security benefits. You can get your social security statement. This is very important because if you get your social security statement, you may review what are your earnings, because remember, we are going to pay your benefit based on those earnings. So you should be able to every couple of years, if not every year, review your social security statement just for accuracy. You can appeal this decision. You can find out if you qualify for a benefit. You can estimate your future benefit. If you get social security benefit or have Medicare, what you can do. So there is a lot of very important information that is available online. Another thing that I would like to just mention is that if you are a person who are receiving disability benefit, those are the only cases where a person may receive Medicare prior to age 65. But one of the requirements is that the person must be receiving 24 months of disability, and then they will be entitled to Medicare. Now remember, is from the time that the person, not necessarily when the person start receiving the benefit, but from the moment that the person is entitled to those benefits. So 24 months after or 2 years, and then basically you will get Medicare. Now today I received in the office, there was a couple, and she was working for the Board of Education here in Chicago, and she has several questions in regards to Medicare. She didn't work, or no, she worked but she didn't pay into Social Security or Medicare, which technically in a case like that she will not be able to get Medicare. Now she was married and her husband, he did work and pay into Social Security and Medicare, so we took an application for Medicare just because using the work that her husband had, and she was able to file for Medicare. That is something very important. We are aware of that there has been some changes to different pensions, like the state, the city, including the teachers. So it's very important, if you are one of those persons that work for the city or for the government, to contact your local pension board to make sure if has been any changes lately in regards to Medicare. Mm-hmm. Do you have anything else that you would like to add?
And Medicare, you can apply for Medicare online. It's very simple. The website is very easy to navigate. You can do it in the comfort of your own home, and you can just go on that website and click on those links and enter in your information. It takes about 30 minutes, sometimes 45, but it can be navigated very, very easily, and you can apply online.
Mm-hmm. And another thing is very easy. In most cases, we don't. It's not. There is no a lot of requirements beside, of course, the work, but a reminder is if for any reason you are a person that has any discrepancy with the date of birth, so in cases like that, we may send you a notification to come to the office or to provide your birth certificate so we can verify your date of birth. If you are a person that were born outside of the United States, we may request copy of your document, the residency, permanent resident card, or if you already became a U.S. citizen, just remember to go to the local offices and update your citizenship information. So we will have everything on record, and then even if you are not filing for disability, if you are too young to file for retirement, but if you become already a U.S. citizen, please go to the Social Security office, to your local Social Security office, and update your citizenship information. It won't take a long time, but it's something that we, in the future, we don't have to ask for that anymore, and is a way to help you and help us for the future also. Same thing if you just recently become a legal permanent resident, go to the office so we can update your status. What else? Something else?
Those two things are very, very important. And if you are applying for retirement or Medicare and you are not a U.S. citizen, we do need to see the permanent resident card and an original birth certificate. So those two documents are documents that we do need to see. And if you do apply online, we will ask you for any documents that we need, and we'll send you notification of that.
Mm-hmm. Another thing that I want to add is in regards to those birth certificates, we need to see the original birth certificate. Don't worry if those are in a different language. Just provide the original birth certificate, and we will get those certificate translated. So you don't have to go to contact nowhere, you don't have to go to a notary, you don't have to pay just to have those documents translated. Don't worry, just bring the original documents and we will do the rest. Also, if you are filing for benefits, Social Security benefits, and you have any minor children, you can also, if you want, you can come prepared, especially if it's retirement, with those birth certificates, so we can have everything already, and you don't have to be doing multiple visits to the local offices. In addition, any other question, one more time, everything is available online. You can also call our 800 numbers. The Social Security 800 number is 1-800-772-1213. Those lines are open from 7 in the morning to 7 at night, and that is Monday through Friday. So you can also go to our local offices. We are open from 8:45 or 9 o'clock in the morning to 4 o'clock, Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Friday, except on Wednesdays, that every Wednesday any Social Security office closes at noon. In addition to that, you can also call your local Social Security office, and especially you can get anything, information, any question online. Everything is online. So Josephine, it has been a pleasure having you today as my guest. We are almost finishing our program. Just make sure to turn up again next week on Wednesday at 4:30 in the afternoon, just to discuss Social Security matters. So on behalf of all our team today, Myra Salazar and our phone technicians, my guest Josephine Mueller, and your host Rocio Roman Oquendo, I wish you to have a very nice and safe evening.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.